I want to change it to that because then nobody gets ducked. And we've got Dave and Santi the Sane and Linda.
I'm here with
My
Doc.
Oh no.
Oops, sorry. That was my
It's
TV.
okay.
I
It
muted
happens.
it.
And my bit of tea in Danish, my sweet Linda. Good to see you. What's everybody up to today? It's a Tuesday afternoon. How boring. Anybody that wants to come in, Dave or Santi, if you guys would like to join the stream, send me a little DM or shout out right here and I'll pop you a link. Because it's just kind of I've got room for 6 people in here. And, well, 5 if you don't count, 5 with me. So I mathed. Did you see me? I mathed just now. I did. What you been up to, Doc?
Oh, working this and that. Um, my bedtime is in about 2 hours.
See, that's why I bumped it up a little earlier. I knew that.
Groovy.
And I was also hoping, hi, Mr. Shadow Kitty, hoping that some of my European people on the other side of the globe might be a little easier to get in and visit this time of day because it's maybe not quite so late over there.
Globe, you're not one of those people, are you?
What?
the,
globe.
the Earth isn't a globe.
Oh, I know. I'm a minority, but, I like to be an oddball, so.
Yep, I know. The archaic belief that the Earth is round.
I know. All right, Santi, do I have you on Twitter? Let me go see. Talk, Doc, while I type stuff.
Blah, 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 blah,
I gave you
blah,
free
blah, blah.
reign before we went live, so get after it, buddy. You never get to say anything. Surely you've got something pent up inside from a past stream where you couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Well, there's that one time that I don't know. But there is a thing from my childhood. I don't know where I never knew where this came from, but it's a silly thing that the kids passed around. So it's a weird little thing that goes something like this. Dear ladies and gentle spoons, I come before you to stand behind you and tell you something I know nothing about. This Thursday, after the first Friday, there will be a women's meeting for men only. Wear your best clothes if you have none. Admission is free. You can pay at the door. We'll give you a seat so you can sit on the floor. That's all I heard. I don't know where it comes from. It almost sounds Carlin-esque.
Nadine! It does kind of sound Carlin-esque. I'll agree with you there.
Doc!
Yeah. Hi, sweet
Hello, Nadine.
I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Hans.
Have I ever gotten to speak to you, Nadine?
I'm not sure, because I think when I was doing the fundraiser for
you... On the fundraiser, maybe?
You were either sleeping or at work.
Oh, that could be.
So I don't think we've actually talked a whole heck of a lot.
Well, holy shit, here we are.
Yay! Hey guys, Hans, I haven't seen you for a long time. And Linda and Orla. Yay. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I see that. My response to that is hello, Newman.
Newman?
Not to either one of y'all. No.
Okay.
It's cool. It's all good. No drama. No drama allowed on Granny's channel here.
Santi's here too.
Yes, Santi, give me I need Dave. Santi to send me a link or send me a DM on Twitter because I'm not following you on Twitter and I don't know
Santi doesn't have a Twitter.
Santi doesn't have a Twitter. Do you Facebook, my dear?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if correct me if I'm wrong, I'll get a Twitter when I'm out of work. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate for you to join Twitter if it's not something you really want to do. It's kind of a rough place.
Yeah, if you
Um,
want, if Facebook,
if you have a
most of us will have
Facebook,
Facebook too. If you've got a Facebook,
or I could probably email you a link, but that would be weird to put email in the chat, so that's probably not a thing.
yeah. Oops.
I don't know. Is there a way to message through YouTube? Like, could I click on their name and send them a message through YouTube?
Not anymore.
Thing? Oh,
Not anymore.
well, it used to be apparently.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do the whole I learned how to do the thing.
What thing?
To do
the writing out thing.
Yeah. Well, it's to animate the writing out thing.
Yeah. Like we were talking. We just so y'all know, Nadine and Faye and I were just like chatting earlier, private chat, whatever, and we were discussing some stuff. So don't be surprised if it spills over here.
Yeah.
I want to see it work. All right. So throw some hugs out in the chat.
Object mode. Delete the objects. Okay, that makes it. Oh. What did I leak? Okay, no, I meant to delete that. So
yeah. Anybody that wants in the stream, just send me a DM. I will pop you a link. I'd put the link in my fundraiser group, and I put the link in my girls' night guests group. But we don't only got a couple people in there yet because we're still working on that. So if you're not in one of those, just send me a DM at Dadiva with 5 H's, and I will. Or you can type in Angie Dale, it'll find me. I think I'm the only one because I haven't seen anybody else come up with that yet. Since it's my name.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's only one of me. Aren't y'all glad there's only one?
Yeah. Yeah. All the time. All the time.
So Doc's going to hang out with us for a little while. He's got to get some sleep later, but I'm probably only going to go a couple hours. I wanted to bump it up a little earlier so we could get more peeps.
Yeah, because I can stick around for a bit, but it won't be.
Yeah, and I know you have dinner around 2 o'clock my time, which is about an hour from now. So
yeah,
that's
so
cool.
we're anywhere from 2 o'clock your time to 3 o'clock your time is when I have supper. So because
I know
it's
I'm getting good at it.
Yes, you are.
I was telling Doc before you got here, I was like, sometimes I'm not sure if Nadine is busy or not busy, but I'm getting her schedule, in my head. I'm hoping. You're so
out the
busy all the
conversion.
time.
And you're figuring out the conversion, which is because like a lot of people, like my friends in Calgary, will call me. So like, where did Doc go?
Yeah. I don't know. I know he does it on his phone sometimes, so maybe he got a phone call or something and had to move for a second. He's not one to interrupt, so
yeah,
we have to remember to let Doc talk.
Yes. So, like my friends in Calgary would be like, "It's only 9 o'clock. I'm calling you." I'm like, "Yeah, it's 9 o'clock there." It's like midnight here. And they're like, "Oh." And this is when I used to go to bed earlier because I had to look after my dad, so I'd have to be up in the morning to help look after Dad and that. So, after I got him his breakfast and stuff, I'd go lay down a little bit. But still, like, it's like, remember, we're like almost 4 hours difference. Just don't even think about the half hour. Just think of it as being 4 hours.
Yeah. That'll give you a little cushion, right?
Yeah. It's like,
doing the
kitty.
I would love to join you for a chat someday when I don't have to be Maestro Shadow Kitty. Oh, Maestro. Yeah, he teaches music and that's awesome. I love that. Music people are my favorite people. No
Yeah.
diss to those who can't sing or perform or whatever, because we need audience too. You have your place. You have your place in the world. It's no fun to sing to nobody, and it's
Yeah.
dang sure not fun to sing to a room full of other performers
My
ever.
BFF, he's plays trumpet in a few different bands, and love the guy. Love the guy.
Yeah. 2 p.m. work till 5. Yeah, it's I figured it was still early enough for Linda, and I think like for Robert it's probably about 6 o'clock or so
Yeah.
p.m. So I was hoping because we didn't get to see him at girls' night the other night. He was sleeping, and I miss Robert
Ru-
when he's not here. Like he's
Ru-
the staple of my side chats, and I
Oh, you
when he's
mean
not
right
here.
now?
Huh? Yeah,
You mean no, Robert X?
yeah.
He's like 4 hours off of me, so
Yeah, he's about
it,
6 hours off of me, honey. That's what I
yeah,
said. So it's about
yeah,
6 o'clock there.
yeah,
About. I
yeah.
mean, I'm
Oh,
not
I
being
thought you said
exact.
it. I thought you said, well, yeah, okay. I thought you said it was like 2 o'clock there, so
Fuck.
and I'm
Doc's
like, no, that's
back.
wrong.
Oh no, I was
Hello.
reading Santi's
Oh, thing,
Santi's
yeah.
the thing. Yeah, we all miss. Oh, we've got.
I do that too. Doc's back.
Hi, sweetie. Did you? I figured you might have got a phone call or something.
Well, no, I accidentally hit the leave button, and then the damn thing, I tried to get back in, and it was like not loading, so I had to restart things several times.
Oh, yuck! I hate that.
It's like
Well,
one
I'm
little
glad you're back.
mistake.
We missed you for a minute.
Thank you.
We're talking about time zones because, this whole YouTube thing has been very educational for me. I have learned so much in such a very short time.
You're talking about what?
History. We were talking about time zones.
Oh, time zones. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because mine screws everybody up.
Not once I've got it figured out. Now that I know it, like it's not as weird. It's the 30-minute thing is a little odd, but it makes sense because you're not all the way over there to need a whole nother hour. You're like
Yeah.
in between, and so 30 minutes probably is perfect, which is why they probably did it that way. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly why they did it that way.
Oh, Robert's got the same time zone as Linda. Oh, okay, that's good information to have. Thank you for clearing that up, my dear. All right, so it's about 8 o'clock. I thought he was earlier, but that's okay. Just that means I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which is not unusual.
It's not
Join the club.
Anyone.
Let's pretend I was educated in Iowa. Oh, wait, let's not pretend.
Yeah, I went to school in Texas, so there's that. Although
Yep.
I don't know. I think I got a pretty good education. I feel like I did. Like I know I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm what my father calls drifty.
Drifty?
Drifty. It's like, well, drifty, I just said that. Weren't you listening? Or you forgot already? I just told you, Well, I wasn't really paying attention. I was, squirrel. Or butterfly or something, oh, there's a song I like. I just tune, So that's my excuses. I'm drifty. I just miss things.
Missing things helps. Missing things happen, that is.
My hearing is not what it used to be either. If you see me doing this where I'm just kind of like smiling, nodding, I missed something, and I'm not going to tell anybody that I missed it. I'm just going to go along with what you said, even though I have no clue, because I missed something. I do that the zombie nod. Yeah. Okay.
That happens to me too. I miss things, and if I can sometimes not hear it correctly,
Yeah.
and so I heard them say something, but it's all and I miss it, or my ADD kicks in and my mind just wanders, and then I snap back to reality and like, oh shit, lots of things have happened. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. I have that problem, and I can't claim to have ADHD or anything like that. I've been just drifty my whole life, and that's if I'm reading, like if I go to read the chat, if I'm reading anything with my eyes, it's like my hearing stops. I can't hear anything. I can't process any other information because I'm reading something, and that's the
Hmm.
hardest thing is doing the chat and listening to what the person is saying
Yeah,
and doing the chat, and I miss a lot
that's
that way.
that's actually common for virtually all humans. Because I mean, what it sounds to me like what people are doing when they do that is actual multitasking,
Yeah,
which
and but you're trying to use the same part of your brain, the communication part of your brain, and it
right,
just
and
doesn't process both inputs or something.
well, the thing about multitasking, and it's a word that gets thrown around a lot, and most people don't really know what it is. Um,
Tell me.
it's multitasking is basically like trying to read a book and carry on a conversation with a person. You know, just try it. It's going to take you forever to read a single paragraph,
Yeah,
and you're not going to follow what the person is saying.
yeah,
And what's happening is humans can't do it without uh, basically dividing up your mental resources. So you're never going to be able to do both tasks nearly as well, not even half as well as you would if you focused on one. Now, most of what people call multitasking actually is serial tasking, and
right.
humans can do that. You know, do one
Yeah,
little thing, put it down for now, go do something else, come back to it later.
or have two or three things going at once. But when you've got them like on, it's a separate tab. You have to leave one thing to look at the other. But
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
is two things happening at once that I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Like I
So
can't text and
especially,
drive. I can't do that,
yeah,
so I don't.
yeah, and that's why nobody really can, not without
I agree.
Yeah.
heavily compromising their abilities to
And
do
nobody
both.
should. I will preach about that till I die. Don't
Oh
put the
yeah.
stupid phone down and drive. Hang up and drive. I say it 500 times every time I go out. Hang up and drive because you can tell because they're doing fine for a minute and then they start going,
Ah, that's much better.
we're this way. Oh, and then they straighten back up and then they go, we're that way. And you're just like, God damn it, put up the phone. Put it down. Just put it down before you kill somebody, please.
I
So.
I have a friend who would have driven you nuts back in the day. As far as I know, he doesn't text and drive, but it would not surprise me. But back in the day, before all the texting, um, this this dude, when his daughter was little, she's like up into her 20s now, but like we would go on a road trip or go visit friends out of town, and this guy would be driving, reading a book, and feeding himself and his kid in the back seat, all at the
let
same time.
let me out
Well,
right now. Pull over. I'm getting out.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he would have
Shodaki, I
driven you
have to
nuts.
have the radio on when I drive. Like I cannot stand the road noise. It's like white noise and
Yeah,
it will flat put me to sleep. I have to have
yeah.
the radio on. I've got to have my tunes when I'm driving. And they're not a distraction. They actually help me focus. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how
Mm-hmm.
weird that is, but music does it for me. So
Yep. Yeah, that's a little different. I mean, even I can put music on in the background and do other things, and then
oh yeah.
kind of half-ass listening to it, just pleasant sounds in the background.
That's how I get my house clean. I put it on like the 70s channel or the 80s channel or the hair metal nation channel, and I boogie around and I'm wiping things off and I'm scrubbing this and I'm pushing that and that's how I get my housework done. If I don't have the music on, it's not getting done. It'll get partly done, but not completed because I'll get tired. But if I'm dancing, I can keep going. And I always
Oh
dance like
yeah.
nobody's looking because I never dance when anybody's looking. It's too scary. My dancing is very scary. I enjoy it, but it's not for public viewing.
It is. I'm not a skilled dancer at all. But I do occasionally like to, dance and bop and boogie, but yeah, it is not for human viewing. I just look like Gleep from the Herculoids. You know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have rhythm but no grace. So I can keep beat and I can move with the music, but it's not pretty at all. It's just like, look at that bee hippo dancing over there. Or look at the water buffalo going. It's like, no, there's nothing enjoyable viewing wise. I have no booty to shake. I'll shake it, but there's nothing to see there, I tried belly dancing for exercise for a while. It's like, yeah, that's fun, but my feet didn't like it very much. So there's that. I keep trying to find something I can exercise without actually using my feet. I can't do it.
Hen says the most random chicken on the internet can dance far better than me.
Yeah, me too. I can do the funky chicken. I can do the Macarena.
Hi, Diana. Hi, IQ.
Hello, IQ. Hi, Diana. So,
I figured that thing out.
did you get it going? Let me see. Hang on.
Except I've managed to get it to go backwards. I'm not sure why. I managed to get it to go backwards.
What?
I managed to write it and I wrote it the right way, but I managed to get it to play in the opposite direction, even
Oh
though
my gosh, that's cool.
even though it's playing in the right direction. So I don't know what I did, but yeah, I did a funny. I did a. Oh, there we go. That's even neater. Having it all just kind of go lunk.
Blump.
Just-
Well, that's
yeah.
cool, Nadine.
So I kind of like that.
She's so good at this stuff.
Sequential, and it's shrink. Oh, here we go.
And
Hey,
then there
so
it
I
is,
needed
and
to
then it's gone.
unwrite itself.
That's cool.
Uh, yeah, I managed to do weird things, and I didn't even mean to do it that way. It's just the way it happens. So I have to figure out what I'm doing.
That was quick,
Wrong.
though. I mean, you just started messing with it, and you've already figured out how to do it. I know
Yeah.
you said you watched a video, but if I use video tutorial to learn to do something, I have to have the video open and then the thing open, and then I go over here and I listen to a little piece and I pause, and I get frustrated after a while. It's
Mhm.
if I could have somebody like sitting next to me going, okay, click this, do that, do this, and get me through it one time. It's like, okay, now I know how to do it. You know, but the videos, I don't know. Sometimes I have trouble.
Mhm.
Not with yours because I can't say I have trouble with yours because you go at a nice pace.
I don't sit there and go talk 3 million miles an hour.
Yeah, some of them go so fast. I'm just like, what the hell did he just say?
Yeah.
Wait, back it up, back it
I
up.
know
back
that's what I had to do with this guy because he was actually going quite fast. Because some of them are assuming that you have some sort of knowledge about
Right.
it. So I paused it and would do some stuff, and then pause it again, and and oh yeah, where's the thing that tells it to do it?
Yeah.
And now I have to figure out how to make it go in the correct direction.
Oh, bye, Mr. Shadow Kitty. Enjoy. Have a good day, sweetie. Thank you for stopping by.
Well, I suppose I could just tell it to play in the wrong direction. Nope, it just undoes it then. Weird. I don't know what I did, but I did it backwards. Uh-huh. Oh well. And oh look, apropos, it is sipping time.
Oh, wait, let me get my cheers. Just
Mm.
soda.
Cheers, my
Sipping time.
my other love.
These headphones make my head itch. It drives me crazy. That's why I'm always messing with them. Sorry, y'all, if it makes
This,
scratchy noises.
this is my other love. So coffee, coffee,
Coffee.
yes. Lovely, lovely
I can
coffee.
only do so much coffee. Like, I'm usually a 1 cup coffee girl, and then I switch to something cold.
1 cup.
Hmm.
I don't understand what you were saying.
And that's if I even drink the whole thing. Uh, Today I had 2 cups. Well, actually, I drank 1 cup and then I made another cup, and I think I took about 3 drinks out of it before I tossed it because it gets cold. I don't like it when once it's cold. I can't. Ugh. Cold
Yeah.
coffee is yucky to me. But um, so one of the things I wanted to toss around with you guys, I'm kind of was hoping to wait to see if more people jumped in because I'd like to get a nice discussion going. But um, I want to talk about stream jackers. We all know one somewhere. We've all seen it happen. Someone that gets on a live stream, whether it's a specific topic or not, it doesn't kind of really make any difference because they tend to go with whatever their agenda is. Like they immediately steer the conversation to whatever it is that
Mm.
they're pushing.
Yeah.
Their agenda, their whatever,
Hmm.
and or they go into something that is about a specific subject and then they completely change the subject or try to what is the word I'm looking for? Try to piggyback on that to push something that they've got.
Hmm.
And I don't know. They're the ones that start talking and never shut up. So I'm shutting up now so I get an opinion from you two.
I don't believe I have observed this phenomenon. I don't think I've seen the stream jacker.
I think you're full of crap.
Really? I'm pretty
Really?
sure I've not. Yeah, I've not
You've
seen
seen
this.
it before because I've
I've
been in
seen
streams where
you
I've
in streams where it happens.
yeah, it's
And then
just
I
you.
didn't
So
realize it happened.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a big thing is a lot of like sometimes people don't realize that it's happening.
yes,
Yeah.
Hans, like
I
that
mean, I
dude on
know.
Neil's birthday stream.
I mean, I've seen trolls in the side chat, of course, but
Well,
I
okay.
don't think that's the
For
same thing.
example,
No,
I
no.
will. I don't want to call. I'm not going to call any names. I'm just not because here's an example. We're having a fundraiser. Okay, we're having a fundraiser. Let's say that's something we've all participated in. We all have a
Hmm.
reference point there. We're doing a fundraiser, and throughout the stream, or someone's, we're having a stream, and someone says, "Well, I need money too, and I need this." And I'm when we're done with this, I'm gonna have one too, or I need money for. I also need money. It's a selfish thing. It's like, okay, we all freaking need money. Like somebody who don't need money, raise your hand because I want to be your friend. Can you be my friend? Would you adopt me if you don't need money? Like you have so much, you don't need any. Okay, so everybody
Yeah.
needs money, right? It's not the place to push your own agenda to say, "Oh, I need this, and I'm just as I'm worse off or as bad off or anything like that." You know, or if the topic is something is nothing. Like today, we don't really have a topic. This is just something I wanted to talk about. We'll move on from this directly, but this is just hanging out and chatting. And so, yeah, everybody's got an ideas and things they want to talk about and things like that. I understand, but when it goes into if we're having a nice chat, we're having a nice time, and you want to come in and start talking about depressing, gloomy, doomy, or politicky uh,
Mhm.
that drama, Twitter drama, any of that kind of crap. It's like that to me is hijacking what's going on. Now,
Yeah.
this is just my opinion. Y'all know I'm talking out here because this is my opinion. I don't claim
Yeah.
any facts or scientific references or backup, any fact sources, no footnotes. Just this is what I observe because I'm that person. I'm that person that likes to sit in the back of the room and watch people. And this is my takeaway from a lot of what happens on YouTube, and I've seen it everywhere. Like I've seen it so many times now that it's commonplace, it seems to be. And maybe I'm the one that's got the wrong perspective. So if that's the case, I'm all for being educated. But it just seems so uh, I don't even have a word for it because it's not something I've dealt with. Like being on live streams and stuff is relatively new to me. So there's that. But after watching, for this amount of time, I just see so much of this. People get on and push their own agenda instead of having a conversation with everybody. They're just anticipating their next turn to talk, and then they want to talk as long as they possibly can. You know, and I don't know. It drives me nuts. Anybody?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it happen a lot, and I agree. It's well, it's happened to me where my streams have gotten, it's just fun. We're screwing around. We might talk about politics for a second, but then it's, I don't mind it, but my channel's not about that, so we move on. And then you got the odd people that just keep bringing it back, and it's like, no, this is not what. If you want to talk politics, go to your own channel and go do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
Don't
like for it's this is a place to take a break, not a place to, it's the place to take a break. And I've had where I've been lost control of my own streams because it's just turned into an argumentative nightmare about politics or atheist content stuff, like just arguing with theists and things like that. And it's like, this the whole point of my channel is to relax from that kind of
right. Exactly. And if YouTube is a buffet, okay, the politics section is the biggest section on the buffet.
Yeah.
Like you can find it all over, anywhere, any perspective you want, and go find it. The atheism section is pretty dang big. If you want to talk about that, there's plenty of places. When you come here, when you go to Nadine's channel, when you go, there's a lot of other places in our community that are not that. And I know we don't get as much attention because I guess that's why there's so many of those, because there's something everybody's interested in. I personally, I'm an atheist. If someone asked me, yeah, I am. But it's not who I am. It's not my identity. It's not who I am. It's just a small part of my life. It's an answer to one question. Politics, I am very educated on my politics. I am very concerned. I care about politics. I don't want to bitch about it. I don't want to talk about it because I know there's nothing I can do but vote. Like unless you're standing on a street corner with a sign protesting something, all you can do is vote. When it's your turn, when it's time, vote.
Yeah.
That all the bitching in the world ain't gonna change nothing. All the arguing with people in the world is not gonna change anything. Vote.
Yeah.
So there's that. I can't do the politics and stuff. I don't want to talk about it. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. So come here and escape it. Come here. If you can't deal with it anymore, y'all come here and go, listen to a song or watch a live stream that doesn't have a bunch of that in it. Just for the hell of it. Some giggly girl stuff. There's boobs. There's boobs on my channel. Well, not really. They're not. Sort of, but not really.
Yeah.
But we had a really good time.
Yeah.
And say boobs a lot. So.
It's the break from the drama and stuff that happens everywhere else. And like I said, I've had my streams hijacked before in the past when I used to do long streams and stuff, and it just takes the fun out of it. It's just, and then everything's all the same. It's a person coming out of religion thinks their story is unique,
right?
Until you've heard the same story thousands of times. So, it's like nobody's story is unique. Nobody's.
See, I think a lot of them are because we've all kind of had different experiences.
Yes, but
Because I was not as indoctrinated as some, and there
yeah,
are others who were in full blown cults, and
yeah. But
so
it's
I do
it's
think the
it's not
stories are unique. But
it's not as unique as people have in their head. It's like, yeah, there's only one of you, but it's the same. It's the same. It boils down to the same stories over and over again. It's just a different people, and some of the details might be a little different, but it's it's the same sort of thing. And it's like take a break for a minute, take a
yeah,
break and relax.
Hans says reminds me about something from Astrid Lindgren. She had a
Astrid,
habit to say, the death. Are we finished to talk about the death now? Oh, yes, please. Do we not? Can we not do that? I do not talk about the death. I don't. Death is interesting, like as a subject matter, but
yeah,
I am not a callous person, but everybody has their ailments, and I'm not one of those people who wants to hear you cry about what hurts. And I don't.
oh,
I
but
have my own problems. I'm not being a cold-hearted bitch. Maybe I am. I don't know. But people
but
whining in general just irritates me.
oh, my
Oh,
puppy, my,
poor me.
well, my dog did it the best. You thought she had the worst life in the world, especially
Right.
if she didn't get her ribs.
Oh
She
God, you
w-
heard my wiener dog this morning. Brr, brr. Like I was killing her, hitting her with something, and she's not. All she wants is a snack.
Yeah. And the look you get when you end up uh um when you look at like I used to, when I lived in Alberta, I had a fire
Not on
pit.
my
So
stream, Lavender.
we had a fire pit to so we had barbecues all the time because we had a fire pit. So we'd have these barbecues all the time. So we'd have, we'd make the dogs a couple of hot dogs for while we're eating, because there's my ex's parents' dog, which is next door, and our dog, and they were friends. So you give the one dog their hot dog. And if it wasn't Saba first, my dog, if it wasn't her first, she'd look at you like, they have more than me. and then you after we are done, say we have ribs, and we're giving the dogs the ribs. And one for you, one for Saba, one for the other, one for Saba, one for the other one. And then you give the other one two in a row, and my dog looks at them. She's got this. I know they have more.
Right?
I
Mine
can
is the
count.
same way.
I swear she could count, because so that I Saba one for Saba, and then until you give her two, and then it's like, okay, it's okay now. We've got the same amounts, and we're back in the right order.
Right. Right. Mine are the same way. That there is a certain order that they get their treats in. Teeny goes first, ladies first, Teeny and China, and then Rudy gets his. And
Yeah,
then I always made Kiddo the big dog go last
yeah,
because she would like hork it down in 2 seconds
yeah,
and then try to get the other dog's treat. So I
yeah,
give all the little dogs their treat, and then I give the big dog because she could hork it, and they'd already be pretty much finished by then.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I don't mean to beat the dead horse, but no, Lavender, you can't talk about your kidneys. Not here. Don't want to hear it. We hear it everywhere, every time, every chance. So, no. Uh, as far as being a disciplinarian, yeah, if I'm on somebody else's stream, I'm not going to say a damn word. If I'm not happy about what they're talking about, I can leave, or I can
Yeah.
just hush. It'll be past in a minute, and they'll talk about something else. But on my channel, yeah, if someone starts hogging from here on out, I'm gonna be like, you need to hush and let somebody else talk. Or if you are disrespectful, and I'm not saying you as a person, I'm saying you as in general people, if you're
Mhm.
rude or that kind of thing, I'm gonna call you out on it because I think that needs to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
And
that mom thing I have going on. You're being rude. Stop it. You know.
yeah.
If you leave if you walk away from your camera and you're mute that shit, turn the camera off. We don't want to see what's going on. Just when you come back, turn it back on. It's so easy. Yeah, all the fighting and all the drama too. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
I am a lover of my block and mute button. I have blocked so many people. My news feed looks fantastic right now. It just, I mean, I get a little bit of politics, I get a little bit of atheism stuff, I get a little bit of, stuff and lots of interesting articles and interesting things, it's not just constant people fighting and arguing like, oh, I'm so sick of
my gosh.
arguing.
Enough to drive you nuts, eh?
I can't deal with it.
And thank goodness our politics is done the campaigning and stuff now, because we had our election and it's a minority government, but it's still liberal minority government. So
hooray for Canada!
It is what it is, and now there's gonna be so many people bitching about it. Like,
yeah, now the whining starts.
And still we're gonna have to put up with incessant Trump stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I can't apologize enough for him. I really can't. There is not enough words to apologize for him.
It's like no matter how many people I block, my feed is like full of politics from everywhere else and a little bit of us, because it still is. There's people that like talk politics, and so you no matter what you do, there's going to be some. But like, I mean, I looked one day and it had to be 50. I had to scroll down far to get to something that wasn't politics. That wasn't either Trump or Brexit or Canada politics now. And it's like, at least one of them's done.
How you doing, Doc? You're so quiet. We don't want to drown you out with chatting. Don't.
I'm cool. Just hanging, listening.
He's just saying.
Doc's like me. He likes to watch people. He's a watcher. I know this.
That's cool.
A little bit.
You learn a lot.
A bit of listening. A watcher. I do like to observe human specimens in their native environment.
Yes, you learn a lot by listening. Hi, Maya. Maya, you want to come in?
Yeah.
I will send you a link. DM me.
See, I don't know if
send
you
me a link
see
if
this
you want to come
well.
in, or send me a DM and I'll send you a link. Whoever wants to come in.
I made holly berries, except the green is a little transparent.
Well, with the background thing, you hold it in front of your face. There you go.
It's still a little transparent, but there's supposed to be holly berries, and the leaves turned out really well.
I like the
Christmas color. It's a little hair clip. So, I'm at work. She says,
"Yeah, I unfollowed and muted the word Trump and everything, and it still comes through. Like you can't escape it. It's not."
I blocked his tweets, so at least I don't immediately see the.
Yeah. And every news outlet's got his freaking picture all the time, and you can't. There's no real escape. It's not. It's like a plague until it runs its course and kills all that it's gonna kill. You know.
It's like we're living in Trump's id.
Yeah, it's.
You know he's loving every bit of it. Every time his face is on the news.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And somehow we turned into politics. I gotta stop it.
Yeah, we did kind of. Just thought here I said we're not going to politic, and now we're politicking.
No, I think sucked into that black hole.
I think watching people. We'll go back to watching people because that's what we were really talking about. Watching people is a good way to hear what they don't say. because I am a big, huge fan of watching body language and read some books
Yep.
and stuff. And I watched the debate the other night, muted. Didn't hear a word any of them said, but I'm like, you're full of crap. You're putting on a show. You're doing, like I was just calling them out for their behavior and their actions and their hand movements and stuff. And it's like, that's fun for me. And when I go to the club, I sit in the back and I watch everybody else get drunk, how they act and stuff, until it's my turn to sing.
Angie, did you ever watch that show Lie to Me?
Yes.
Isn't that an
Yes.
awesome show?
Yes, it is. Very
I
much
wonder about the science on it, of course, because, I learned a lesson from CSI. I was all into CSI, and I was like, oh, this is even real science and everything. And, well, no.
Not so much.
It's padded like everything else.
No, there is real science, though.
There is a lot of real science in there, but you got to kind of know how to sort of pick it out, because a lot of it is convincing science. or convincing pseudoscience, I should say.
Yeah. It's Hollywood. Never learn from Hollywood. Just don't, because you can be curious because of something you saw there, but go learn about it for real, because they're not telling you the truth.
Yeah, exactly. From there, go do some research.
Yeah. Because my brain broke for a second because I made the mistake of looking at Twitter for a second, and it said, first thing I saw was Alberta separatism from Canada. Like the Quebec has a party that's separatist party. They want to separate from Canada, and if they thought about it at all, it would be a nightmare for them. And the same thing with Alberta. If they think they're having troubles now getting oil out of the, imagine when you're dealing as a separate country.
Yeah.
Trying to cross another country's border with you. So my brain just kind of went.
Here. We have that here. My sister is a prepper. She wants to secede Texas from the Union and let's be our own country again. And that's actually been a thing for a long time. It's just a small percentage of people who don't get it. Like, really, have you thought this through? I mean, really? Come on now.
It's like Alberta is stuck in it's not even, it doesn't even have any water around it where they would have a water escape, I guess, but
a place to get stuff.
They're right in the middle. It's like, and that just kind of, sorry, my brain just really broke there.
It's okay. Nadine's on politics overload right now. Their election was last night. She was posting links. Look, this is what's happening. Like, for somebody who hates politics, she had to deal with it last night, so I understand.
Well,
probably be a little frazzled.
Alberta's like horribly conservative, and like if you look at the maps, it's like just the blue splosh in the country there, and it's all like the blue is conservative in Canada, and it's like they don't, just the whole thought of getting that sheer in with the whole, he's a Trumper. The guy that runs the PC party is a Trumper, so he's like he's like wanting to ban abortions and all that kind of evangelical stuff, and it's like, no, please no, please no, please no. And like you can see the seats as soon as it started getting over towards that end of the country, because I'm on the east side, so it was, all the voting was coming in, and the second it got there, the conservative numbers went whoosh. It was like, no. But so it was like a nightmare watching that. was like a nightmare happening live. It's like, no, please no.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to stop now because I've got to stop because my brain is just like.
Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all something. This
Okay.
is hang on, let me get it.
Oh, I better stay watching then.
This is part of my Halloween costume. Oh, it's a knife, and it's got
Oh.
bloody. It's
Oh.
bloody.
Groovy.
Yeah, plastic. I gotta put some glue or something because it rattles. It's plastic. But yeah, use your imagination because I haven't shown the costume bits yet, so I'm still putting it together.
That's awesome. I will probably dress up like I normally do for Halloween.
Which is
Tech support.
Geek Squad.
Well, no. I've worn like I've dressed up for I've dressed up for Halloween for years in my normal clothes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like I'm dressed up as tech support.
You're one of those.
I'm
I
tech support.
see.
So I just wear the same clothes I would wear to work, which is this sort of thing.
I see how you are.
Yeah, oh my
You be
God.
one of the people that walks in with a T-shirt that says, "This is my costume."
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, no,
wow.
no, because I wouldn't wear t-shirts. So yeah, no. Oh, I just about killed Angie.
No, I smoke too much. If I laugh too hard, I cough, and then if I cough, I have other problems. So sometimes I just have to stop, take a deep breath.
Are
Okay.
you doing anything for All Hallows Eve, Doc?
Well, I really do dig Halloween, and I want to participate, but I haven't in a very long time. So I don't know. I never get around to it, or I'm always working, or
That's no fun. So, are
yeah.
you the type who would rather stay home and scare kids as they come to get candy? Or are you the type that would like to go to a party dressed up in a costume, or what's your thing when you do it?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't done parties and crowds in a very long time. I'm not the best with crowds.
Yeah, I get that.
Humans are terrifying enough.
Yeah.
It's so scary out there.
Yep.
It
Absolutely.
is.
But I don't know. I think I'd like to do it sometime. Like probably go to some kind of costume party.
I had a friend that would always insist I come to um come to come to his parties.
Yeah.
And the one year I actually went through this thrift store and they had robes, like your Celtic kind of robes there. So I bought
Yeah.
one of those and I took a broom handle as a staff and I had some at the thrift store. They also had a bunch of necklaces that were, big cross and ankh and a few other things. So I wore those, and that's about as dressed up as I've gotten since I've gotten past teenage years.
Yeah.
And that was because he was bugging me so much. Yeah. So
I
that's
always look for costume karaoke. Like if depends on what night of the week Halloween falls on, but a lot of the places will make their regular karaoke show a costume karaoke if it's near enough to Halloween. So that's what I'm always looking for. And my goal is to go in and them to not be able to recognize who is in the costume. Like I
yeah,
don't want them to know it's me
yeah.
until they
Hear-
call,
hear
and I
your
always
voice.
yeah, until I get up there and start singing and they're like, "Fuck, that's Angie. Holy crap,"
Yeah. And the lavender lady said, the Diana said she impersonated Isaac Asimov.
Asimov.
Blah blah blah. Can you stick me in the backstage?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Bye. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one. Stupid. Okay. I told you I was drifty.
It happens.
Hans, you can't possibly be that scary. Nah, I don't buy that for a second.
Who?
Hans P. Hansen. Hans
Oh.
P.S. Hansen. I
I
think
was actually going
think
to
you'd
say
have me
that
to
earlier.
cuss.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier too. I'm scary enough.
There's so many folks that I've met here that I've never seen their face. Like, and it kind of doesn't matter. You think it would matter at first, and it doesn't. Like, I just have a picture of you in my head. I
Shit.
I believe I know your first name for real, but yeah, I do. But
Yeah.
like
Sort of.
Faye, I have my own like image of her in my head. I've got a made up name for her, like the whole 9 yards. I told her about it last night. She thought it was funny, but so yeah, it allows me to use my imagination a little bit. So I have a picture of you in my head. I would never
Oh
tell
dear.
you. I would only tell you that in private though. So because I'm not. That's like doxing. I don't do that, even though it's
Yeah.
probably completely wrong.
Oh, I mean, you can say my first name in live. I don't care. I've said my full name on streams before, so.
I like Doc. That's what we call. My husband is Doc. Like to everybody who knows him, he's Doc.
Cool.
He's Doc, and
Is he a doctor?
yeah. Well, he's a dentist.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, and so, but I remember when we first met. I can tell this story because he won't mind. I'm not going to say it anyway. But he was like, I had been calling him Doc. We'd been dating a while. I was like, what? What is your name? Like, what is your name? And he's like, well, I go by my middle name. My first name is this, and this is my middle name. I was like, okay, what's your mama call you? I was like, what is your mother? She's calling you to get your attention. What's your mama call you? And so he told me. I was like, okay, because I needed to know something besides Doc to scream out in the throes of passion because it just wasn't doing it for me. So yeah, there's names are important, but not completely. Like I I have I like using my imagination.
Well, I do totally get a mental picture of people when I hear their voice, and it's almost always mostly wrong.
Yeah, almost always completely like, oh my gosh, that's not even close to what I expected. Yeah.
I have to admit that when my nephew first started getting me into Sublime, I thought their lead singer Brad Knoll was black.
Yeah.
I mean, not because they were doing a kind of. I mean, it sounded close to me to reggae at first,
Yeah.
but it's, I guess, ska or whatever, or they weren't ska. I'm not sure, but
I can't say I've ever seen them, but when I hear their music, I think Latino, not black, but
pardon me.
Latino. So I don't know what they actually look like. Oh shit! I'm by myself. You muted. Oh crap! So I have to be entertaining all by myself without singing. That's hard.
No, my
there you are.
brother showed up out of the blue.
Hi, bro. Hi, Docs Pro.
I suppose you're out of smokes too.
No.
Okay.
You need some?
Yeah. I just need to get to the store, but to hell with that shit. But what are those American Eagles?
Yeah, they're Eagles 20.
Or Eagles.
$4
Yeah.
a pack.
He pulls out a fucking pack of Eagles.
Okay.
That's
Oh, those
like
are the Indian
that's the
cigarettes
kind
or
of
the Native
cigarette that
Indian reservation cigarettes.
they're no, those aren't the Indian ones.
Oh God, no.
No, those the Indian ones are good.
Yeah,
The- these-
they're all natural.
These are the type of cigarettes that are made from the finest floor sweepings in the plant.
Yes.
They're the
Oh.
cheap, nasty cigarettes.
Cheapest,
Better than
yeah.
Time though. Time is nastier in Montclair's.
Past generic into disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're worse than they're sub-generic smokes, and it's like
You're so
no,
sad.
thank you.
The underground is coming underground.
Yeah, I think we have
they're
those.
horrible.
Here. I know I've seen
They
them
actu-
before.
Those kind of cigarettes actually give me like an instant headache, so I really can't even smoke.
These are worse than Russian cigarettes. Way worse.
Worse than Russian cigarettes? Is that what he said?
Yeah, because Lavender Lady said, "Oh, like Russian cigarettes."
Oh,
Ugh. If they're that harsh,
Speaking of.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll quit.
I think you'll take a USA Gold before you take an Eagle, dude. An Eagle, USA Gold.
That's pretty much the same deal. Yeah, USA Golds are just like floor
I remember
sweeping
the
ones.
black and white
about
generic
9.50 a
package
pack.
ones.
No, they're USA Golds are like red, white, and blue, or whatever, or red, white, and
It's
gold.
got an American Eagle on the freaking, or it's got a
Yeah.
generic
No.
Eagle on the freaking paper where they put the tobacco in. Blah blah blah.
No, I was asking, do you
But those
remember the
Indian
black and white
cigarettes,
package?
Oh,
generic
do I
cigarettes?
remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen black and white cigarettes.
That's wrong,
Generic
yeah.
used to be a thing that like all the labels
If
were
it was, it
white
wasn't legal.
and black. It was a thing. Back in the 80s, I want to say, when they first started coming out with generic stuff, they called it. It was store brand or whatever, but they had generic cigarettes. They literally, that was the name of them. They were white with black lettering. And it was generic cigarettes. It was like seriously gross
Mm.
stuff. Diana remembers, yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
The more you talk about it, though, I'm starting to almost think I am remembering seeing some, but I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe my brain's trying to construct a false memory.
I'm not certain you can't still find them somewhere, but yeah, I have definitely scrounged for smokes and bought the cheapest ones you can get. Just when you're desperate enough, you will do just about anything. We used to chop up paper grocery bags to use for penny rollers, to roll up our pennies, to have enough to go down to the store and get a pint of vodka and a pack of cigarettes. Me and my friend for the day, while the kids are at school, we're going to have a good time. We'd split that pint and split the bunch of cigarettes.
Well, when I
I
was
think of a dude, they might be talking about Marlboro Blacks.
when I was a little kid, and a pack of smokes was under $1. This would probably
gosh,
be
yeah.
before 1980. I mean, you could take a food stamp, buy a Tootsie Roll for a penny, and buy a pack of smokes with the change.
With the change. Yep. I think when I first started, they were like 90 cents a pack, 89, 90 cents a pack, something like that.
Michael, I remember when Marlboro
That was
$1.50 a pack.
82,
Yeah.
something like that.
Hello.
I know.
Nadine, are you back? I can't tell.
I know you're an
Oh,
old
she's coming
fart.
back.
Yeah, I know, right?
Must be your older brother.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
You the baby. Doc's the baby.
We got two older sisters, and then it's this 400-pound gorilla, and then yeah, I'm 45 years old. Mom still calls me the baby.
Yep.
I prefer the term veteran child.
Veteran child.
I'm still mommy's little girl. I'm 45 as well, and I'll be 46 pretty quick. Mommy's little girl.
Up to 6 on StreamYard.
Yeah.
6 prattling humans.
Uh-huh. And
Blah, 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 blah.
Diana
Blah, blah,
says
blah,
she
blah.
remembers cigarettes at 32 cents a pack.
Oh my
Oy
goodness.
vey.
Yeah. I remember my
that's-
parents and my grandparents smoking cigarettes before they put filters on them. Like none of
Yeah.
the cigarettes had filters,
Yeah.
and the filters was something that
Mm.
came along after I did.
Yeah. And the best I can do is I remember when uh, gas was 72 cents a liter instead of, well, even lower than that. But when I first got my car, when I got a first car, it was 72 cents a liter. And I drove everywhere. And now it's at a buck 24.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I think it was like 50 cents a gallon when I started.
yeah. And it was, I know it was like when I was younger, it was like 30 odd cents a liter.
God, can y'all imagine 50 cents a gallon gas? Can y'all imagine that? Like,
My gosh.
if that happened right now,
Everybody would be insane.
everybody'd have them big old giant tank cars again instead
Yeah.
of just the super rich.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
When I first started smoking, of course, I robbed from my parents because both of them were smokers, and they always kept a carton of each of their brand on top of the refrigerator. And Mom was Virginia Slims, and Dad's was Benson and Hedges. Like they were the same freaking cigarette. They had no clue. They were both buying the same cigarettes. Just with one's marketed to women, one's marketed to men,
Yeah.
and like I could go either way. It didn't make me any difference. But then they came out with the. Does anybody remember the More cigarettes? I think they still have them. They were like extra long, and I went menthol for a little while because they were dark brown and they just looked
Fancy.
exotic to me.
Fancy.
And this is like sophomore, junior year, whatever. You know, I'm still in high school. They looked more exotic to me. Like, oh, I smoke these exotic cigarettes. You know, how cool am I? Right? Oh yeah, there's. I didn't do menthol for long. Menthol's gross. I can't menthol. If I'm sick, I like a menthol.
Oh, yeah.
Kill, sick 'em,
Sorry.
kill.
Somebody's having a bad day. You know, I just realized this all of a sudden becomes super funny.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta switch over to the
It's
YouTube
my
to be able to see
my
it.
invisible crochet.
Oh,
And you know,
Whoa.
it's like my mostly invisible crochet / knitting needle container. Thank you.
I believe in God now.
Yeah, I
what?
did. See, watch. I'm gonna make this this hook and disappear.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Flee! Run!
Mama.
Run! Thou hast become a witch.
She's a witch
No.
burner.
Yeah, just every time I notice that's like that just kind of becomes really funny.
It's a miracle.
This is a
She
miracle.
turned me into a newt. Well, I got better.
Yeah.
Look who's here. Hi, babe.
Bye.
How you doing? Oh, honey, are you okay?
Hi.
Hello.
What's the matter, boo boo?
Tired.
Oh,
Hands is magic.
Magic.
pet the kitty, make her feel better.
How's everyone doing?
We're doing all right.
I'm performing magic apparently.
Are you?
Dainty's a wizard.
Is she?
She is.
Is
She's
she?
magic. And we have talked about cigarettes, and we have talked about stream jackers, and we have talked about.
And I managed to make this go backwards.
Yep,
which
she
is
got her thing
neat.
going sort of backwards,
in
but
in
cool.
the wrong direction. It's not going right now because I turned it off. But
Apparently,
Yes.
I got a
There
phone
it
call and I'm gonna get paid for Sunday tomorrow.
yay!
Awesome.
Oh,
Advance is good.
no,
Advance.
it's
Eh.
like 3 days late. I didn't think they were gonna end up
Oh.
paying me at all.
Oh. Well, good. I'm glad you're getting paid because That's worth beating people up for. Give me my money.
Well, you know, when you go and they don't have anything and blah blah blah, and you turn around and then you have to like actually use your own money for products, and then you turn around and something else happens, and then you cripple your hands before you go home at the other job, and yeah, fun.
No.
Ay,
And my
caramba.
hands
No.
still hurt from that.
I'm sorry. We'll get you
It's
fixed up.
okay.
What'd you do to your hands?
I was working in a kitchen.
She works to the bone every day. That's what Tish does to her hands.
Mhm.
That'll
She
do it.
scrubs things with chemicals and rubber gloves, and I would imagine, yeah, that's a lot of work. I couldn't do it. Hats off.
I'm tired.
I do good to keep
So-
my own place straightened up.
I want to set my own place on fire. I don't like it anymore. So
Oh God, me too. I wish I could just like light it all and run. Take my instruments out and my pets, and then go.
Right.
And maybe a couple of my favorite sparkly tops. I wouldn't want to be burnt. And I just bought a new vest with sequins on it, so I would have to take that. I haven't got to wear it yet, but
Aww.
I'm just waiting for the right time to bust it out. It's extremely gaudy. Like me.
What, Scotty?
The new vest I
You?
bought. Me, yes. I wore a unicorn suit. Did you not see that?
We can curse, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. You don't shit on a gold toilet. You're not tacky. Once you get a golden throne, then we'll talk.
Okay. Gaudy in dress. It would be my limit. Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean, right?
Faye pulls up
Yeah.
the jersey.
Faye pulls out the jersey.
Did I?
You did.
Oh,
I love
yes.
it. I like it when you do
They
that.
will talk.
It
Makes me
slipped.
feel less conscious about my southern drawl.
What do you think? What do you think, Doc? Do you think a golden toilet's gaudy?
I would totally piss on Trump's toilet seat.
Oh, you're
purpose.
so good.
Does Trump have a golden toilet?
Oh yeah, that fucker has a golden everything.
Oh, fuck that shit. Ugh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know, there's a lot of people who have golden toilets, including
Yeah.
what's her name? Joyce Myers.
I used to give that bitch my money. I can't stand her.
She's got a golden throne.
Ugh.
How am I not surprised?
Yeah.
Can I give her a swirly in it?
Robert! Robert is here. Hi, sweetheart. We've missed you so much.
Robert X.
Robert X. Hi, darling.
Hey,
I haven't
hey,
seen
you know,
him around.
I totally think Robert X got a raw deal. Okay, he totally
What?
earned the NC-17 rating.
For what?
I don't understand.
Get it, Robert X?
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
okay.
Doc,
I'm silly.
Yes, that's good, though. I'm
Fuck.
just slow.
I'm too tired to get that. Oh my. I'm gonna have to
Hey.
drink coffee before I talk to you next.
Hey, you don't have to
Quick
have
for
a
me.
dissociative disorder to get my humor, but it helps.
My problem is I take people too literally. And so when they're yanking my chain, I don't realize it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's something the old fellers in the bar, like the day drinkers. If you go to any of the bars around here, there's old men sitting at the bar drinking dollar draft, right? And their favorite thing is to BS you with some craziness, and I'm one of their favorite targets because they'll start telling me some story, and I'll be like, "Really? Seriously?" And then they start like, "Nah," and I'll be like, "Oh shit, here we go." So yeah, I'm a trusting soul in spite of it all. So we were talking about Robert
I
earlier.
think supper time is here.
Oh,
Supper time is here. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, love you. See you later.
Oh man.
Good to finally talk to you, Nadine.
Yes, I know. Eek. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Where is it?
I was actually waving at my phone.
But what, your food?
My phone, yes.
He's waving at his phone. We can't see you. The can't see you, dude.
No. You can't see me because I value your fragile psyche.
Oh, don't say that. That's not true.
That's
It
okay.
would shatter your mind.
Nah.
I doubt it.
I was telling him earlier I didn't say what it was, but I had told him I made up a name for you because like, and I have my own mental picture of what you look like, what Doc looks like, and a lot of the others that don't use their face,
Uh-huh.
And that's just a weird thing that I do. I make things up in my head to satisfy my own curiosity.
My friend Peter has opinions about what I look like.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't because I don't know. I have kind of an idea just because of the pictures that you draw of yourself. And I know those are not realistic. I mean, I get that,
Uh-huh.
but I have an idea. So maybe, sort of, kind of. I don't know. I made it up in my head anyway. Just like the whole name thing last night. It's like, yep, that's just what I do.
That's all right.
We lost Doc. He's all muted again. He must be having his.
I'm here.
There he is.
My brothers came back with some smokes.
Ah,
Oh, cool.
bro to the rescue.
That's right.
Good job.
Let's see.
And Doc has
Thank-
burglar alarms like mine that bark at everything.
Oh yeah, that was a rat terrier and a chihuahua.
Oh.
Share.
I used to have a rat terrier. His name was Chester the Molester. I didn't name him. I inherited him from someone else, but his name was Chester. He was sweet. He had a brain tumor though. He didn't live very long. But yeah, he was a cool dog. So much energy.
I don't have energy.
Well, we need to
I have
find
a
you some.
cat.
And Faye's cat is an asshole.
Yep.
Just ask her, she'll tell you.
Yep. Yep. And apparently today is nap day.
Yes, Diana, the Chester the Molester. From
My
the
cat didn't-
magazines.
My cat didn't even greet me when I came home today. She just sort of looked up at me like hi and went back to sleep.
Oh, yeah, mine's like that. She's demanding when she wants the pets or the food, but other than that, she could really care less that I exist. So,
Yep.
which is fine, because I'm kind of the same way. If I want to pet you, come and be agreeable for a minute, and I'll pet you, and then don't be a pain in my butt. I got enough pain in the butt with the dogs. Dogs are a pain in the butt. Cats are not so much. At least mine's not.
My roommates have the 2 dogs and 2 cats as well.
Oh dear.
Maya says her first dog was Scooby because she was 3 and didn't know any other dog names. My oldest daughter, we had a stray cat came up and I was feeding it and it started hanging around. So we called it our cat and she named it Salad. She was about 2.5. I was like, we need to think a name for Kitty. She said Salad. I was like, what? Okay. that makes you happy, we'll do that. So I had a cat named Salad. But she had a baby doll named Okra, too. So
Oh
food
dear.
centric much, you know? Of
I
course, I
should
have
tell him
weird
about
kids.
dipshit. We're talking about cat names.
Oh, you
Yes.
have a dipshit?
Way back when I was a wee laddie, my big sister had a cat. Was it a calico
I don't know.
or what was it? I don't know,
Cat.
but it had brown, white. It was like white with brown spots at least, and it had a particular brown spot right, sort of on the top of its nose, and so they named it Dipshit because it looked like it dipped its nose in shit.
That's perfect.
Name, damn it.
Yeah,
Well,
it was. Yeah, they had two cats, Dipshit and Damn It.
Damn it, dipshit.
Oh my
Every
gosh,
time
that's
the other
great.
cat got up on the counter, they knocked something over. Damn it!
yeah, I had a dog. His name was Joey.
Oh, that's a good name
Joey's
for a dog.
Joey's a cute name for a dog.
Hmm
What kind of dog was he?
Hey, Joey.
A Cocker Spaniel poodle, and he
Oh
had
my
a.
god,
He
those
was
are
from
so
the
cute.
East Coast, and my aunt had a look-alike that was from the West Coast, and his name was Wolfgang. So it was Wolfgang and Joey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How cool. Those are
Sounds
cute
like
dogs. The cockapoos are so cute.
it sounds like it could be a movie, like Milo and Otis or something.
Right?
Wolfgang and Joey.
Wolfgang and Joey, who go berserk anytime
Oh,
anyone goes near the door.
Maya's comment about son's first pet was a hamster. Wanted to name it Adolf. A little
Oh.
history lesson, yeah. I had one of my first pets. We always had dogs. Like when I was born, we had a dog already. So we've always had dogs, but I had hamster too. His name was Happy. He was in first grade. He was cool. I've had several of them over the years. I like hamsters. They're just, I like them. They're cute. I had a bird. My mom let it go. I've
That's
had
not
several
very
birds.
nice.
No, she was tired of cleaning the poop off the walls. So it was a parakeet. They fling their poo really bad. So I've had other birds. I like birds too. A friend of mine's got
Birds
a
are cool
turtle.
though.
I used to think I would not want to ever have a snake as a pet, but I'm starting to change my mind. My husband said he used to have snakes. I'm like, oh, you can't have no snakes in my house. But now that I've grown up a little more, I guess is the only real explanation. And I've been in the country for a while. I'm not scared of bugs and stuff anymore. Like when I first moved up here, it was like, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, what? Oh, so you get desensitized to it after a while.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, living in Houston, the only thing you had to worry about was fleas, mosquitoes, and roaches. Out here, there's all kinds of bugs. Like, what the hell is that orange thing with why does its legs look that way? What is that?
I think I'd
Does
be
it
more
bite?
upset about roaches, to tell you the truth.
Roaches are a thing I can control, so I don't have too much trouble with roaches. My problem was always spiders, but even now, like, yeah, honey, you can just hang out in the corner up there. It's all right. Any skeeters get in here, you take care of them, okay? Because they do. I'm friendly to my spiders now.
I have never had roaches and I never want them. I think they're awful.
I've never had them on purpose. We bought a refrigerator.
I don't think anyone ever has them on purpose. Unless, you buy them as a pet.
Well, now we get the great big, we call them water bugs or tree roaches. Those great big roaches. We get them. They come in the house every once in a while because they're outside bugs. But on the little tiny like kitchen roaches that you get, those little German roaches are nasty. And we bought a refrigerator once it was used. And I swore to him if he ever bought me another used appliance, I was like, don't buy, if you're going to buy an appliance, get a new one because that's gross. But apparently the refrigerator we bought had roaches in it, like in the workings or whatever. And it took me forever and forever and forever. And I finally we've got to get this thing out of here. And once I got it gone, once it was gone, I was finally able to eradicate them.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, they're not that hard to get rid of. People think they are, but they're not. They're not that bad. Bed bugs is something I've never had a problem with. So there's that. Thank goodness.
I, I'm sorry, my brain circuited at bedbug.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a thing? I shouldn't say. I'm sorry.
No. It's just did you have to deal with those horrible things?
Never. No, I've
Okay.
never had a bed bug problem. Thankfully. Thank goodness.
My ex did.
I've seen pictures and that's just so ew.
He's still traumatized.
The only thing we do have to worry about out here in the country is lice, head lice and stuff like that, because it goes around the school and we live in the country. You can go in the woods and get lice.
I think
But
I think everywhere has that. If you
yeah,
have children, you basically have to worry about lice.
yeah.
Or my
Anywhere you
mom.
have humans, you will have lice. It's a thing. But they're harder to control than they used to be because a lot of them are resistant to the over-the-counter pyrethrins and stuff. They're calling them super lice. They're not any different than the other ones. They developed immunity to this particular thing.
Hmm.
But they have prescription. Like anybody, advice. If you kid has lice, go talk to your doctor and get them to prescribe the prescription strength stuff because it works. It works. Kills them all the bugs, all the eggs, the whole 9 years. But then you have to comb that stuff out. You can't just leave it there. You know?
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people fail. They don't comb it through and get that out of there. Because
They
if
don't get
there's
the
even
eggs out.
yeah,
Yeah.
if there's even one that didn't die, it's gonna be an infestation in less than a week. So they multiply quickly. Is everybody scratching now? Everybody got the itchies? Because that's what happens when I start talking about it. I get the
I'm itchy. I'm itchy just thinking about it.
yeah. It does. That's just like I think that happens to everybody. Okay, we'll talk about something else now. Ew. How did we go from dogs to bugs? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Something
It's
about a used
weird.
refrigerator. I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird how conversations do that, isn't it? I think that's cool though.
It can be, yeah.
Kind of an association game, probably.
Yeah, I say a
Talk
word,
about
it
one
triggers
thing,
a
and then you're like, and that reminds me of da 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 da, and then
yes,
next
yes.
thing you know, you're 3 topics along.
Plus something in the chat can trigger a change real quick
Mhm.
too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I enjoy doing this. I got about 30 more minutes if y'all can stick around.
Oh yeah. And then I'll get milk because I forgot to bring home milk.
What, Hans? Looking for bugs with capes now? I missed something. Or I said something I don't remember saying. Bugs
Oh,
with
I don't know.
capes. Oh, the super
Super
lice.
bug.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there we go. It hit me just about the same time as you
Yeah.
said it.
Hey, great minds think alike, eh?
Dun, dun, dun.
You two are just so much more awake.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay to be tired. It's all right. Just no whining. Still a no whining zone.
I am about a half hour to my bedtime.
I was gonna say, like, Doc, I'm surprised you're awake and cognizant, and you're even like on the ball. So
I'm
there
on
you
something. I don't know
go.
what it is.
You're a smart man. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
don't give me that crap.
yeah. It's
I don't
okay
Don't
know.
to
I
be
could be
humble.
you dare.
I could be a whole lot smarter.
You're fine. You're demonstrably fine. There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
you.
No,
Mhm.
Doc's good people. Always.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I try.
No complaints.
You're good people. That's all I know is you're good people, and that's that. So, don't give me a hard
Good
time.
people are my favorite kind. Yeah.
well, for my part, I've for a very long time realized, everyone, has that unique perspective.
Yeah.
Everyone's the driver behind their own wheel or whatever. And,
Mhm.
you know, I realized that when in any social encounter, it's not like I'm playing a video game. It's not just me having this social encounter. There's a whole other consciousness having their experience. And, I try to be a pleasant experience for people. So,
You are.
You are most definitely that. Most definitely that. And I'm not surprised that you hadn't noticed what we were talking about earlier, that you hadn't noticed that you have actually been in streams with streamjackers.
With what?
Streamjackers. People who push their own agenda in other people's channels.
I've never personally experienced that phenomenon, or at least was aware of it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not surprised you're not aware of it because you're not anywhere near as bitchy as I am. Like you're so much more mellow. I try to be all mellow and sweet, but like I have my things that irk me. Rude
Oh,
you know,
rude people is one of those things. And I'm not talking about trolls who are arguing about stuff. I'm talking about just people who take over, you know, and don't let anybody else talk. And we're going to talk about what I want to talk about the whole time. And if y'all start talking about something else, I'm going to go right back to what I want to talk about. And we're going to, it's just that thing.
well, it's nice that you say that, but anyway, no, I'm kidding. I tried. I'm
I
sorry.
see how you are. I know you.
Uh,
You're going to poke me just to poke me. I know.
only slightly.
I'm
Only
pretty sure there's not a whole lot you could do that would seriously piss me off. Hey, like we've already discussed things we disagree about, and like we can have a grown-up conversation and still laugh at the end of it, and I think that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, that's why we get along. We're both weird.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But people are people. Yeah, some people just can't.
Yep.
Just they can't.
Yeah, there's disorders and personality things that can cause people to have that problem, and I'm not faulting anybody for anything like that. Like if I know people that can't help it.
Duh.
I'm actually married to one who
They,
can't help it sometimes, and
I was
I,
gonna
I
say
yeah,
you have met my best friend, so
yes.
he
I'm
can't
not
help it
talking
either.
about people who can't help it. I'm not at all. I'm talking about people who do it on purpose.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
just because everything, whatever they think and whatever they feel, is always more important than what everybody else thinks and feels. You know, that's a thing.
humans, you can't live
Yeah.
with them, can't blow them out the airlock when you're done with them.
Right.
I'm trying to think if I've ever done that to someone by accident.
We probably all have, because I mean, I'm not sure there's like I can't claim to know if someone's being malicious with it or if they just don't realize that they're doing it or if they don't know that it's annoying. I don't know. So I'm sure we've probably all done it. I know I probably have. I don't
What
know.
have
I
we
don't
all
think I've
done?
ever. I don't think I've ever like hijacked anybody's stream. If they're talking about something I don't want to talk about, I just shut up. Like, and then when they talk about
Oh,
something
okay.
I'm interested in, then I'll go ahead and chime in. But I don't try to actively change the subject so much, except on girls' night where that's my job. My actual job is to make sure we change the subject ever so often and that nobody talks too long. So maybe that's why I'm becoming more anal about it. I don't know.
Maybe. Probably.
Apparently, I'm good at it because it seems to be working out. Girls' night's been going really, really, really well. So I'm all happy with what's going on with that. So we've been
Yeah, well,
having
I
a
just
lot
I
of
just
fun.
need to be more cognizant of like reoccurring themes. Like I know we talk about bras a lot and
Yeah,
boobs a lot, but we seem to have been able to like deal with the different types of issues with bras. Because
yeah.
honestly, we could probably talk about bras for 20 years and not cover it all.
Oh yeah. Well, it's one of those things. The girls' night is girls' night. I mean, we're there to talk about stuff that we give a shit about. We
Yeah.
give a shit about bras. We give a shit about that kind of stuff. We have to. That's the thing. So there's that. It's just a chance for us to talk to each other and get some information out there that, folks might not know about what we think about stuff
Right.
as women in general. And us three particular women, because we all three are very different. Y- you're like my backbone. Nadine is my brain, and you know I'm everybody's band-aid. Oh, come here, let me make it better, let me fix it, let me make you smile, let me help you out, what can I do? So there's that. I guess that's what I think of myself. I could be way off.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way. I hadn't thought of it at all, actually.
Oh,
You know, uh, when I think of it as like the neurotic one, me, the tomboy, Nadine, the diva, you.
well, see, that's also true. I
Yeah.
think those things are also applicable. So yeah,
I mean, I'm sure Nadine might even like have other categories she slips us into. So,
yeah,
and that's kind of fun.
yeah. Wonder Lady's my hero.
Wonder Lady's
She's
crazy.
she's not scared to get in there and not take no bullshit. I like that. I'm not capable of that shit, so
Yeah, but
literally not capable.
I do pick and choose my battles, though. It's just
Yes.
no one can tell.
Excuse me. I feel a little faint. Cure me, Granny. Oh my goodness. What could Robert possibly need? What could Robert need?
Food?
Hmm. Food? Water? Are you hydrated, my dear? Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Granny's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Ooh, I'm so scratchy today. That's awful. That's what happens when I try to sing quietly. If I was belting it out, it would have sounded better.
Oh, it's just fine.
Yes, I do talk about boobs too much, but that's kind of my thing.
It's,
I don't know.
it's really nothing wrong with boobs.
I'm trying my very best to make it a lot more household, less taboo thing to talk about, you know?
Well, one of these days we're gonna have to cover like moobs.
I love moobs. Middies. I want to call them middies because I like middies better than moobs because moobs sounds a little cow-like now that I've heard middies. I think that Nadine made that up. M-I-D-D-I-E-S. Instead of titties, it's middies. I like that.
Oh.
I like man boobs. And
You
not the
also like
bodybuilder
long
kind.
hair.
Yes, I have a genuine hair fetish, like for real. I want to touch all hair. I can control it. I have it under control. But it's a good thing I was a hairdresser. Not that it was ever weird. I was never weird. Like, I don't mean sexually. I mean tactily. Like, the feeling of it. Like some people like the way velvet feels, or some people like the way certain things, the texture or the feel of it. I'm a hair thing. Like if you see me, I pet myself even all the time, and I don't even have a lot of hair, but I'm a twirler. When it's long, I've always got it hooked around my finger doing this number.
I used to do that kind of thing when I used to shave my head.
Really?
Yeah.
You used to shave your head?
Uh huh.
That's intriguing. I've always wanted to do that.
It's wonderful.
Yes,
I've
it
always
is.
wanted to. I have always wanted to. The closest I've gotten is, well, this is way grown out right now.
It feels incredible. I'm not kidding. It feels absolutely incredible. It is the best feeling.
I remember how much I liked it the first time I buzz cut myself, like really went for it. And but going totally skin bald or just shortest
You
clipper
want to
setting
go to the
bald.
scalp.
I went as low as a centimeter.
Okay. Like Sinead
I
O'Connor style. Yeah.
I razor blade shave my head.
I've done that to guys.
Shave
Yeah,
it
see, I don't know if
down
I
to the
could go,
nubbin.
I don't think I could go shaved. I could go buzzed. But I'm not sure. I have like a flat spot on my head. And I wonder if my
Uh-huh.
head would look weird if I didn't have at least a little bit of hair here. I don't know.
It only lasts for 2 weeks. It's not a big deal.
Right. That and my forehead's really big.
Your
I'd still
hair,
have.
in my opinion, your hair grows a lot faster once you start shaving your head. Either that or you're just more aware of it.
That's exactly. It is. You're more aware of it. When your
Yeah.
hair is already 18 inches long, you're not going to notice another inch.
I
But if your
do.
hair is 2 inches long, you're going to notice that other inch really quick, or even half inch. Yeah.
It's just my hair
Yeah.
grows really, really fast, and it's very, 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 very thick. So
Yeah. I have no
There's
doubt.
there's another thing that happens with hair, particularly beard hair.
do tell.
Why guys think shaving makes their beard grow
Beard thicker.
thicker?
Yeah.
It's because the hair is like it tapers at the end, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of tubular, but it gets smaller and smaller to the end, and it kind of grows in a cycle.
Yep.
So when it's you know when the hair is relatively it grows so long and then it falls out, and whether you cut it or not, the follicle, the root, is eventually going to fall out
Right.
like it does.
Yeah.
Um, so say a new hair grows, it's gonna be thinner and thinner and thinner, and at some point you're gonna shave it because you shave it to a certain length, and then the next that grows in is each hair is thicker and thicker, as it gets to the end. So it's gonna seem like your hair is thicker
Yeah.
because your actual hairs are actually a little thicker. So
Yeah, because you're
that's why
seeing the
it
middle of it
seems,
instead of an end of it. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
You're
then of
absolutely
course,
correct.
each follicle falls out at a different time. It has maybe the same cycle length, but each one starts the cycle at a different time.
Yeah.
So you're going to have different hairs doing that. So you're going to have times where it seems thicker. So
All I know is my mother's hair was black and it was Japanese thick.
Mm.
Like really, really thick to the point where she ended up cutting it all off because it was harming her neck.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before. Was her hair really straight or was it had
It,
body to it?
um, it could be either. If she brushed it, it stayed that way.
Yeah. Yes. Japanese hair is tough to deal with. And there's so much of it. It's so thick. Yeah, I've seen people with serious back problems, neck problems, stuff like that because they had so much hair.
That was my mother.
Yeah.
And after she cut it, everyone was like, "Oh, it's such a shame," and she went, "Die! I'm
Yeah.
never doing that again."
A lot of people gave me a hard time when I went short. Like, why would you do that? I was like, because it feels wonderful and
Yeah.
I like it. And I grew it out once after I cut it real short, and I've seen pictures of myself like, good God, why did you do that? Why? I told my husband, I was like, I'm sorry, it's coming back off. I know you don't care for it that way, but it's got to come off. I can't stand it. I can't take it. And this is probably the longest it's been in a long time, but I'm trying to grow it out a little so that I have some hair for my Halloween costume that I don't have to glue on.
I
Another little
see.
costume teaser. We've got the plastic bloody knife and hair now, so there's. Stay tuned for the video on the Halloween costume. So
That'd be a good thing.
I didn't
That'd
have
be
to
a
put as
good
much
thing.
work into this one as I have some others in the past, but because I put work into one in the past, I save all my costumes. Like I have a thing that I keep every costume I've had for the last probably 10 years or whatever components of it are keepable when it's
Uh-huh.
done. So I've always got stuff to choose from. If I'm in a pinch and need a costume, I've got it. I got it. But this one's going to be new. Last year I just wore the unicorn onesie because it was easy.
That was your costume last year?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And I had a gold tutu that I put on over it. So I was a gold sparkly unicorn with a gold tutu.
I bet the grandchildren loved it.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, this year we're gonna have a little witch, a little rainbow witch, and she's got sparkly veil thing on her hat and everything. She's gonna be adorable. And then Charlie, the littlest one, is going to be Elsa again from Frozen. So
No.
yeah, she loves Elsa. I don't know why.
I
Maybe
love
because
Elsa.
I like the movie. I do like the movie.
If she's Elsa, that means I can't be Elsa.
Yes, you can.
I'm joking.
I even bought her a wig this time because her hair is like dark brown and nowhere near long enough to braid down into an Elsa style. So she saw that wig and her eyes were just.
Oh, that's funny. Do you think she'll go blonde when she's older?
I don't know. She might want to. Her hair is so beautiful. It is perfectly straight, like perfectly straight and shiny. And it's this lovely warm brown color. Oh, she's
That's
so
what mine
freaking
used to
cute.
be.
And Big Sister's got the dishwater brown blonde, all modeled in beautiful, like natural highlights, and it's got a little bit of wave body to it, not curl or anything, but their hair is magnificent. I love their hair. Charlie's is finally long enough I can get it up into a ponytail if I take the top part and put it in a ponytail and then take that ponytail and put it in another ponytail. So she's got the double decker.
I've done that
I've been
before I
growing out
started
bangs for a long
shopping
time.
it.
Yeah, she tried to tell me she wanted me to cut her bangs again, and I was like, no, we have been through absolute hell growing these bangs out. I'm not cutting them. No.
I love bangs.
She's really cute with them, but it makes her look a lot younger, like really babyish. And
Mhm.
so I decided she needed to grow them out. I let them, for the most part, do what they want. Like with their hair, it's your hair, you wear it how you like. But the bangs thing, because she's 5 and doesn't know any better, I'm like, no, let's wait on that. We've worked so hard to get them to grow. Let's wait before we decide we want to cut them off.
I see.
Because when we cut the last time, her thing was, I was just like, what kind of haircut do you want? And she's like, I don't know. And she was about 4, I guess. And so we went through pictures on the internet, and she picked up this adorable little picture of this little girl with a little short bob and some side swept bangs. And I was like, that's cute. And she got that haircut, and it was adorable. And she kept it for quite some time. And I told her before we did, I was like, you're not going to be able to wear a ponytail if we do this. And she looked me dead in my face and goes, I hate ponytails. I was like, well, alrighty then.
Oh, so
But
do I.
now-
They hurt.
But now she wants ponytails. Like, so that's why we had to start growing the bangs and stuff out, because now she wants ponytails, and I don't like ponytails with bangs. I think that's two 70s or 80s. Like, no. Big bang.
60s.
Yeah. Hi, Spooky.
No, I'm kind of like Caitlin. I like bangs. I've always had bangs.
I do better with bangs because I have a really big forehead. Like,
I'm surrounded by women
Look at
with
that.
big foreheads who constantly
look at that. It's
don't have
huge.
bangs. There's this woman who lives near me, I swear to. Like, she has 75% more forehead than she does face.
Right? Like,
She needs bangs. She's like constantly pulling her hair back, and it's like, oh, okay, I can see. You're like, why don't you just shave your head, because I can see your skull anyway? Like, what's the point?
I think my hairline is receding too, because I've always had a really high forehead, but it's getting higher. So it's like, yeah, bangs are a must for me. Otherwise, I look like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Some
My
people
hair's
definitely
been-
need them.
Your
I'm sorry,
hair
go
is
ahead.
what?
Thinning. Ooh.
Go
Your
ahead.
hair's thinning.
My hair's been. Oh yeah, I got the male pattern baldness for sure, but
Oh,
it's been thinning since I was like probably freshman, sophomore, high school. I used
Yeah.
to have really long hair though, while I still could, but yeah, I went to the sky clad scalp. Although
Yeah.
lately I have let it grow out just because I'm lazy, but it'll be getting shaved here pretty soon.
yeah, my husband has the receding thing and the little bald patch in the back, and he had a mullet, a bald mullet for a while, and like the 30 or so hairs on top were like this long. So then you comb them back down over this, like a reverse mullet comb over. And I finally just like, honey, it's got to go. It's just getting thinner and thinner. Like, you could look at him from the back, and he had long hair, but there's like this space in the middle where you can just see his neck right through. Like, it's got to go. It's time, dear. It's time. It just about killed him. His mother, I called his mom. I was like, guess what happened today? And she said, what? I said, I killed the mullet. I cut his hair. She said, you did? You did? I've been waiting so long. His mother was
Aw.
thrilled. But yeah, he looks much better with it short. And it looks thicker. It looks like he's got more hair because you can't see through it. So it's cool.
I do have that Charlie Brown tuft in the middle.
Yeah.
Aww,
That's cute.
That's cute.
I am entertaining the idea of growing my hair out again, though, and just shaving the bald area of the stragglers, and just go full Klingon.
That might be really cool.
You would definitely get some attention if you did that. There's for sure.
You must work conventions.
I don't know. My boss probably won't like it though.
Aw.
Tell him it's a medical problem. He can't fire you if it's alopecia.
Oh, that's cute.
You just, I'm sorry, boss. I've been shaving it so long, it just won't grow back up there. This is the only part that'll grow.
Except I'm the one that would explain to her that about the hair thing I said earlier.
Yeah.
Because I'm like Mr. Information when I have it.
Aww.
Hans says, I try to save to a beard comb over. A beard comb over?
Yeah.
Ah. I'm trying to get my brain to form a mental picture of that. It's just not
there,
happening.
there's a commercial where I think it's Jim Gaffigan is doing a beard comb over, and like
Oh,
his
really?
friend and like his coworkers at the office are like, they're like, guy, come on, we know it's a comb over. No, man, it's my normal hair and stuff. Like, come on, dude, we know it's a comb over.
You mean like combed from here up over your head?
Yeah, he actually had it beard from his face over his head. It was funny as hell.
I got
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Well, thank you for that. Now I got the picture.
I love that comedy of the absurd stuff.
Yeah. I like
Silly comedy like that.
dumb stuff. I like Beavis and Butthead type stuff.
Yep. Silliness.
Improvisational stuff is good.
Improv is fun.
Yes.
No, but around here, all the women look like throwbacks from Little House on the Prairie. They
What?
all have like super long hair,
Oh,
no
yeah.
bangs, no character. It's just
Hanging there.
I see them and all I can think of is the theme song to Little House. Occasionally, some woman in her 70s will walk by when her braid is hanging down between her knees.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
I
like
can't
the
handle
most
that.
elaborate braid, and I'm sitting there going, "Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it."
Yeah. I get a little skeeved out by really, really, really long hair because I know how long it's been hanging there. And like, like when somebody says they never cut their hair, that just grosses me out. Like, ew, no, all that dead stuff hanging there forever. It's got to look horrible. It's got to be ragged and jagged, and because if you don't cut the ends of it off, it's decomposing down there. You know?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
My dad has his hair down to his shoulders.
Yeah. Okay.
The only reason why it's not longer is because he burns brush all the time, and the fire will burn parts of his hair away.
Okay. There is such a thing as doing haircuts with fire. Believe it
Yeah.
or not.
He's like,
It's
"Oh, my hair's getting long. I
nasty.
should burn some brush." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ew."
Burning hair smells so bad.
He doesn't care. None
Oh
of
my
us care
goodness.
really, but
Well, guys, we've been doing this for a couple of hours. I appreciate y'all coming by, but I don't want to
yeah, sorry I was
keep
late.
any. It's okay. You were working. I know. It's all good. I'm glad you came, and Nadine got to come in for a while. And I always enjoy visiting with Doc.
Yeah, Doc, it's
Yup.
good to hear you talk in one of these.
Yeah, Doc is a favorite
Yeah.
human.
You're
It
my
is
pal.
fun.
Speaking
I
of
try.
which, pop your little fundraiser stream down or your link down in the chat if you want, because that's still a thing. We are still helping Doc make sure he gets his payments made and stuff to keep that vehicle we worked so hard to help him get in. We're not going to let him
Yeah.
flounder around. So, yeah,
And
make
I'll
sure
have to go find the link. Let's see.
How's it running?
Very, very smoothly.
Good.
Nice.
and I actually have a appointment to take it back just to get, because like I'm in my last month of warranty.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So I went ahead and did an appointment just to get everything checked out, make sure everything's good, and get it winterized and everything. So
Good.
Awesome. Well, we want to keep helping. If you can spare $10 a month or something to put towards the payments, any little bit will help, guys. Or just share it out. Don't let's forget about Doc, because he
No,
takes he
we
takes care
can't.
of a lot of people, and he's always good to everybody. So that's what we're
I
doing.
try.
Yeah, I love
Gosh,
you.
I can't even find the damn thing.
Oh hell, let me see if I've got it. I used to have it bookmarked. Oh, where did I put
Goes just
I don't
barking
know,
up
but
the
I'm
wrong
trapped.
digital
I'm
tree.
trapped in my cat. So
Here we go. I found my app.
Did you find it? Okay. Yeah. I plan to do these Tuesdays
Power button.
afternoons about the same time. So y'all spread the word, and anybody who wants to get in and chat, just send me a message, and I will link you up
mhm.
anytime. And I'm sorry that Santi is not on Twitter. I hate for Santi to join Twitter just to be able to come and visit. But if that's what you want to do, then there you go ahead. I don't know if Santi's even still in here. I think he was working. So,
Santi's fun.
oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Yes, absolutely. I haven't met too many people since I've been here that I don't care for, and the ones that I don't care for, I have moved on from. Just block it and go, or mute it and go, or whatever. Sometimes
Nadine
the
beat
longer
me
you,
to it.
yeah. Oh, good job, Deanie. Oh, that's my girl. Told y'all she was my brain. I have my brain and my spine. I got all the personality I need. I just need some more smarts and a lot more courage.
I think you're very brave.
Me?
Hmm.
Okay. I'll accept that compliment. I'll take it. I'm not
I
sure
think
where it
you're
comes from.
very brave.
I'm an attention hound. I know that. Forever and always will find a way to get attention. So at least I know this about myself.
Oh, that's all right.
I told my husband when we got married, I was like, I'm really low maintenance. You don't have to buy me a lot of stuff. Like, I don't need diamonds and pearls and fancy stuff. I don't need that. I don't care nothing about that. But I need attention. If I walk in the room, you better raise your head and look and notice that I walked in the room, whether I say anything or not. Like, notice me. So, yeah.
Oh, Angie, one time I was in college, right? And I was
Uh-huh.
very stressed, and it was exam week, and I wasn't eating. And I had lost, like, I think 7 pounds in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
I hadn't seen my boyfriend or anything, and he called, and he's like, "How you doing?" I was like, "I lost weight." And he was like, "Oh," and I said, "Wrong answer."
Uh,
And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Wrong response. I'm so disappointed." And he's like, "What?" And I was totally serious. I said, "You're supposed to tell me that you can tell my voice sounds thinner." And he was just like, "Okay, you're ridiculous." I'm like, "I haven't slept."
oh, no.
But anyway,
Oh. I get
uh,
silly when I don't sleep. So it's like being drunk when I
yeah.
don't sleep. Just weird and silly and goofy and
I
unless
was
it's
just
tequila.
I was just aggressive and mean that day. So
Yeah. I have. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know who all sees my tweets or whatever because I don't tweet a lot. But I know there was a couple of weeks ago or whatever. Granny hit the bottom of the hole and kind of hated. It was a hate the world sort of couple of days, and I don't go to that dark place very often. But when it happens, boy, it hits hard. And so If I said anything ugly to anybody, I'm sorry, but sometimes I do that to clear my conscience too. So I don't know. Apologies for the bird. I'm pretty sure I posted a picture of myself shooting the fingers. Sorry. Everybody has bad days.
Got to channel your
Well-
aggression somehow.
Somehow.
Well, it's time
Yes, it
for
is.
me, at least. I gotta
It
go
is
back
time.
to work.
Yeah, I've got to get done.
I
Gotta cut
feel the
a
grip
few
of
things done
torpor
before the.
on me.
Yeah.
Sorry, kitty. I gotta go back to work.
Well, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I love you. Appreciate everybody stopping by in the chat to say hello. And we'll see you again. See you
Take
soon.
care.
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Angie.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, sweetie.